Okay, guys, I think you can hear me. Yeah, my microphone is okay. Okay. We are coming to question set 33. So now we made some tables. Before I go into the question, I want to say you, in my question set 31, I forgot to make that gender table. So now I made the gender table. This is it. So gender table, this is the title, and gender ID integer. If I double click on that, I will show you that integer data type, and it's a primary key, not null, and auto increment. And gender name is Vaja 45. So you need to do that change. So open your save model and do that change really quick. All right. I think you can do it on 1 second or 2 seconds. That's so easy. So now these are the tables we made. So they are product table, stock, brand, and invoice table, user detail tables all over there. So now we need to connect those tables. So let's go to our question a little bit. I don't think you can see it clearly. So now you can see it. Yeah, this question is little bit blurry. Okay, but you can clearly see it. So now you can see there's a record the relationship between user and user type in the ER diagram. So we need to connect the user and user type table, and user and gender table, user and system login, user and address table. So first of all, I'm going to these questions. I want to do some new thing. Okay, what is the new thing? So we need to yeah, and okay, so we need to separate those user detail tables and product tables and stock tables and good received note tables in selected areas. So how we can do it? So we didn't do it before. So this is a brand new thing. So you can see this option. So when we go on to that option, this is the option to select some tables together for one area. So this is a place new layer option. So if I show you that, when I click it, you can use selected area. And now I need to select user detail area. So my user detail table is tables are user type, gender, address, and city and system login. Right. Now I need to select those things in the inside the one selected layer. So now I can use this option to get that. So now I'm going to do it. So now I place those things right like that. Yeah, it's okay. Now you can see place a new layer at the selected area. Used for visually grouping related tables, related objects in a diagram. Quick key is L. Okay, we can also select this using keyboard keyboard key, and now I'm going to use this place a new layer at the selected area. Now I want to select the user detail area. Now I'm going to select it. So we can draw like that, and now you can see new layer. Now we don't need to move those tables separately. Now we can move those tables together. So you can see it, and also we can minimize it. When some table goes out of that layer, it doesn't move with this. You can see. All right, and we are not over yet. So we can double click on that and change the name. So this is user detail area, and we can also change the color. So let's, oh, nice colors here. Okay, let's select some color. I'm selecting this light purple color. It is so, yeah, it's so good. Okay, user detail. And now my user table is on there. And now I want to lay out this. Okay, I design like that. Okay, good. Address city. All right. So now I did that. Now you can see there's a user detail area. Now let's go to make other areas. I'm going to full screen a little bit because it is easy for me. Okay. Now I need to make the product area. So product details. Product details include product and brand table only. So stock, good receive note, invoice table doesn't involve into product details. So we need to make product area using these two tables. All right, I lay out like that, and now I select on that thing and do it. Now product area, uh, product details, like that. And what is the color? That is the real question, because I like all the colors. Okay, red color. Use light colors because it is so friendly for our eyes. Yeah. So, and now we want to make the stock area and invoice table area and good received note area. Okay. Let's make the stock area because we have one table on the stock area. I'm making it stock details. Yeah. Okay. That's a good color. And stock area, we made the stock area and place it on there temporarily. And I need to make good received note grn details. grn details. Yeah, using what? Using yeah, this color, orange color. Grn area, we need grn table and grn item table in there. Okay, grn item table. Made that and resize it little bit. Uh, Now I made another area that is invoice details. Invoice details. Um, Using this color. That's good. Okay. Yeah, invoice item and invoice table. But if these two tables make main-to-main relationship, that table wanted to go new table area. In this thing, we are not going to make some main-to-main relationship because usually we don't design main-to-main relationships in ER diagram, but we design it. Yeah, this color is in this color. Oh, this color. Yeah, this color is good. Okay. Now we are okay. Now there's a user details area. You can see it, and invoice detail area, and stock table area, and GRN table area. So GRN table area goes from there. Goes from there. It's easy. Okay. Okay, easy. So now you can see it. You can barely see what I designed. Okay. Now this ER diagram is pretty much cool looking. Yeah, cool looking. So now we want to connect those tables using relationship. Now we are coming to biggest part of the series. Series mean video. Yeah. Now open the PDF. Now I'm going to hide SQL. No, MySQL. Okay. Now what is the first question? So let's see the first question. Record the relationship between user and user type. So if you can't see the question, I will speak it. So we want to replace, we want to connect user table and user type table in ER diagram. So what is the user table and user type table relationship? So when we get it, that is clearly one-to-many relationship because many users, now you think there's one user, he's a customer in earlier shoe center, and also he can be a what? He can be a supplier in our shoe center. So now you can see one user can be customer or supplier. So there is two user types for one customer. So now there are many customers or suppliers in user table, and but one then you think there's a person here. I'm getting some examples. A person here. So that a person is a supplier in our shoe center. But sometimes he's buying some shoes from our shop. So now that case he is a customer. But those two moments, those two situations, that is two records. So when he supply shoes to our shop, he is a supplier. When he is buying shoes from our shop, he is a customer. So now there are more users here, and one user can have one user type only, and more users can have more users types. So now you can see these two tables connect with one-to-many relationship, and many side is this user side, because when we register user, we are registering him, we are registering his user type. He's a customer or supplier or like that. So now you can see when we register user, we want to select the user type. So now we want to get the user type primary key into this table. So I am selecting this one-to-many non-identified relationship, and first select the many place, many site. This is the many site, then this is the one site. Okay. Now user type ID like that. So we have a row like that. So we need to rename that row for our easy, for our easiness. So I'm deleting this thing, and now it's user type ID. All right. Now you can see it. That is the foreign key to user table. So when we register a user, we are registering his user type. All right. We did that. Correct. Okay. Going to second question. Record the relationship between user and gender in the ER diagram. So we need to connect user table and gender table. You know, user table is many side, gender table is one side, because there are many female and male users, but there are two user types on two gender types only, male and female only. So this is many side. When we register a user, we want to register him or her gender type, female or male. Then we can use one-to-many, and this is the many side, this is one side. And now I will change the row name like gender ID. All right. This design will change with your preferences, but it's not a problem. The thing is, you need to connect those tables using right relationship, right relationships things, connectors. So if sometimes you need to use one-to-many relationship and non-identified relationship connectors and many-to-many connectors like that. So you need to select right connector, and you need to consider what kind of connection those two tables have. You need to consider those things, and design is not the case. So if you don't like to select those areas like that, you don't do it. That's not a problem. But you need to connect those tables correctly. So this relationship part is the most important part in this video. So you need to pay attention for that really tight. And now, we are coming to third question. Record the relationship between user and system login in the ER diagram. All right. Now system login is for admins. Yeah. Now system login is for administrations. So administrator means when we register a user, we need to find that user is an administrator. So administrator makes a special role in the database. So what if when our system login primary key going to the user table? So that is not correct, because if you think someone coming to our shop computer software, and someone going to sign up with, that's a customer. You think name is John is a customer of our shoe center. So he's trying to sign up. Now he so that system login ID, what is his system login ID? Because he's not a admin, so he has no any system login ID like that. Now he's confused. So now you can see when someone register on our shoe center, he don't need to put system login ID. Only administrator want to put the system login ID. Administrator login is separate website, separate web page or part from main website, main database. So like, so now you can see in the user table, if we give some foreign key, foreign system login key into user table, that is not match. So we need to give it to this system login table. So we need to give this user ID primary key into this system login table. Now when admins goes to log into system, he already has user ID, because he already signed up in this shop center. So he already have user ID. So he can put user ID and log into system login. So now we are using one to many relationship. Now many side is this because we need to get user ID primary key into this system login table. One side is this. All right. Now I connect the table. Now it look like that. So I'm renaming this column a little bit. User ID like that. All right. Now it's all good. So now we have to go to fourth question. Record the relationship between user and address in the ER diagram. Yeah, user and address has a one-to-many relationship. You already know it. We did it in previous videos. So one user can have one address only, but many users can have many address on this table. But if you think one user can't have two address, so one user can have one address only. So there are many users. They already have unique address. So and also if you think family members, four family members here, my family, I have four family members. So you think those four family members come into this job center and they all have unique personalities. They are four members. So but they are different four members, but they have one address. So now you can see there are more users, but two or three or four users can have one address, or one user can have one address. So if they are family members or like that, cousins or like that, they can have one address only. So now user table is the many side, address table is the one side, because one or more users can have one address, but yeah, one or more user can have one address. So we need to give the address ID, address table primary key into this user table, because in other hand, when someone register on our shop center using user table, we need to get him or her address. So now we want to get the address table primary key into this user table. So now many side is user and address is one side. All right. Now we did that. So this is pretty much cool looking. Yeah. All right. Now it's all okay. So I connect the address table to user table. Now it's address ID. So I need to change the ID on there. And all right. Now city. All right. Record the relationship between address and city in the ER diagram. So now we need to connect the address and city table in the ER diagram. So considering about address and city, you think Colombo. We are getting example for Colombo. How many Colombo users can be in this user table? So they all have Colombo address. So there are many Colombo address in the address table. So now, but there are no many Colombo cities. One Colombo city on whole Sri Lanka. So city is all common, and there will be many address for one city. So there are many address for one city. So now you can see address table is the many side, city table is the one side. So we can connect them using this non-identified relationship, and we are selecting many side and city is the one side. All right, I think you can understand it, and I'm customizing this city row like that, and let's face it. Okay, now it's all good. We made that. Now this is the user table, user detail table area. So now we are all connected, all of things. Now we have to face other 8 questions. All right. Record the relationship between product and brand in the ER diagram. So now we are going to product and brand side. Now this is the product detail. You can see in pink area. I color that like that. I like pink color. That's not a girl color. I don't mention that answer. Okay. Product and brand in the ER diagram. Record relationship between product and brand in ER diagram. So now you know one brand can have many products, or many products can have one brand. Example for that, shoes. We are considering shoes. Let's say Buttons or DSI. Let's get Buttons or Timberland like that. Buttons brand can have many button shoes like school shoes, hiking shoes, boots like that. So now you can see there are many products, but many products can have one brand. So now you can see we are connecting this. This is many side, this is one side. So brand ID. I will rename that like brand ID. And joining these tables using relationships are really interesting, don't it? Comment me below. Please let me know your suggestions about that code in my comment section, please. All right. If you are watching this video, still watching this video, now you can pause the video a little bit and comment me below what is the thing, what you suggest, and is this interesting or not? What are the problems like that? I will answer those questions for you if you comment me below. All right. So now I'm going to next one. So record the relationship between user and GRN in the ER diagram. All right. Now we have to connect this good received node table, this good received node table, and user table. Yeah. Now we are thinking there's a suppliers in user table. So now we think about suppliers in the user table only, not the customers. When we connect user table and product table, we are considering customers only. And now when we are connecting user table and GRN table, we are considering suppliers. So considering supply is also same as considering customers. So many suppliers can be in this user table, and one uh, one supply can have one good received node or many good received node. But there are many good received nodes in this table. Those are from many suppliers, many supplier in user table, many suppliers in user table. So now there are many GRN nodes, but one GRN node can belongs in one supplier's hand, one supplier hand. So now there are many suppliers and there are many good received nodes, but one supplier can belongs one good received node only, or one supplier if you think and supplier supplies a supply supplies buttons and DSI shoes. They He has two good received nodes for buttons and DSI shoes. Those two are different brands. So you think that supplier supplies those two brands in separately. He has two good received nodes. So now you can see good received node table is the many side and user table is the one side. So when we are printing good received node, we need to note users ID. Really, it's really important because we need to identify who is the supplier. So now GRN table want to have user ID primary key. So now you can see when we connect that using one-to-many non-identifier relationship, we want to select this as a many side and this as one side. So now we can have user ID in this GRN table. And now I need to change the name a little bit. I edit that row name. Now it's okay. So this is the relationship between GRN and user table. Considering about GRN and user table relationship, we are considering only suppliers in the user table. Now we are coming to next question. Record the relationship between GRN and GRN item. So now we want to connect GRN and GRN item table. All right. Now GRN item table can have many good received nodes, and one good received node can have one GRN item only. So now we can connect it on one-to-many relationship, and GRN item is the many side because many GRN item belongs in this table. But considering about GRN table, one good received node can belong, one unique good received node can belong is GRN table. So if you think buttons choose, we are considering bullet school shoes and primary school shoes and sport school shoes. So now GRN item has bullet school shoes, primary shoes, and sport shoes. But good received not have button shoes only. So one thing in GRN table. But GRN item can have many GRN nodes. So that is the many side. So we are selecting this first, and okay, now GRN item has GRN ID. So when we input some GRN items to table, we are noting we are selecting GRN ID that is so special for item. So we can select GRN ID for all GRN items now. Okay, now I did that. Now we want to find notice the relationship between GRN item and product. So now we want to connect GRN table and product table. So now, yeah. Now let's consider about GRN item table and product table relationship. So it is all about it is so same as GRN table and GRN item table relationship, because when supplier supplies some items, they are the product of our shop center. So this is the product table. So this is the product table, and this is the GRN item table. So some supplier supply us to shoes, some shoes. They are goes to GRN item table, and GRN item table directly interact with product table. So that relationship means one to many also, because all are shoes, but GRN item table has various kind of shoes. So then we need to connect the many side to GRN item and product to one side. All right, now it's all good. So like that, this kind of relationship. So when GRN item register in this table, we want to select the product ID. So that is important for selling. So we are registering product ID for every GRM items, because it directly interact with product table. Okay, now let's go to next question. All right, now next question is, we need to connect the GRN item table and stock table. What is the relationship between GRN item and stock table? Now let's talk about. So when supplier supplies some items, they are the product, and also product is the stock. So we have stock; those are all products. So those are all movable assets and selling items. So they are the stock. So stock item have a direct relationship between with GRN item. They have a direct relationship between GRN item and stock table. So that is also same as product table relationship, because various kind of GRN item can belongs in this table, but stock is all same. So buttons, school shoes and sport shoes, GRN item is there are two different records, but stock table has button shoes only. So now we can connect it. So when we connect it like that, so like that, every single GRN item has unique stock ID. So when we register a good received note item in this table, we want to select unique stock ID also. So that is important for our stock management. Now I want to maximize this area a little bit. All right. Okay. Now it's all good. And fine. Okay. Now I connect those tables like that, and record the relationship between user and invoice in the ER diagram. So now I need to check my recorder is working well. Yeah, good. GRN table and stock. Yeah, we did that. Now we need to record the relationship between use and invoice table. So use and invoice table. Now we are considering customers only. So we don't give invoice for suppliers. We give good receive note for suppliers. We are giving invoice for customers only. So now we need to find the customers and invoice table relationship. So one customer can have one invoice, because you think someone come into our shop center and he is buying DSI shoes and baton shoes and baton sport shoes for his son, and also the spikes for his running running childs like that, using yeah. Now you can see he bought various kind of shoes. What I'm doing, various kind of shoes, but do we give him a bunch of invoices, for one invoice for buttons shoe and other invoice for spike shoes? No, not that. We are giving one invoice for that person. So now you can see there are many records in the invoice table, but one invoice for that user. So we are giving one invoice for that user only. So he has one invoice with every single details of what he bought previously. But we have many records in the invoice table. So that is computerized thing. This customer doesn't know it. So we don't give him a lot of invoices. We are giving him one invoice only, one invoice for all items that he bought. All right, now we can connect that thing using one-to-many relationship. So now you know this is the many side and this is the one side, and we have this kind of thing when we are printing invoices. uh, it is important to note user ID on there. So now we can note the user ID because invoice table has user ID. So now we are coming to next question. Invoice and invoice item relationship. Yeah, this relationship also look like GRN and GRN item relationship. And one invoice can have one invoice items, but many invoice items can have many invoices. So now you can see we need to connect the we need to get the invoice ID. We need to get the unique invoice ID for all invoice items. So now that means we want to get the invoice ID primary key into this invoice item as a foreign key. So now that means we want to connect this with the one-to-many relationship. So many side is invoice item, one side is invoice. Now we can get invoice ID, unique invoice ID for all invoice item we are selecting. So I need to edit my row a little bit. Okay, I did that. Now it's all good. So now we are coming to the last question of this part. After this question, I will show you this paper full screen, and now you can capture it to see what is the questions and what others. So I am just a little minimize it because I need to design the ER diagram properly. So now I'm going to next question. Now we are already do every single things. Now it's cool looking and really informative looking. So record the relationship between invoice item and stock in the ER diagram. Invoice item and the stock in the ER diagram. So invoice item and stock, if we consider about invoice item and stock, uh, that is also same as GRN item and invoice item in GRN item and stock table relationship. Because when we are registering invoice item in this table, all we need to select a unique stock ID for all invoice items. So all bought items, all sold items. So now you can understand we need to get that stock ID primary key into this invoice item table like a foreign key. Now we want to connect that using one-to-many relationship. This is the many side and this is the one side. So now we can have unique stock ID for all invoiced item in the stock. And I'm going to make that little bit. Okay. Now it's all good. All right. Now you can understand what I'm saying. So now we did that thing. Now we can go to full screen. Let's go to full screen quickly. So this is the ER diagram. You can see it. Yeah. Now you can barely see it. How is our ER diagram? So good. So now we can save the model. And now I save the model. And now also now we did normalize. Now we design normalized database. So now we normalize it. Then we can get a PNG and show it to our customer, show it to our client or customer like that. And we can satisfy him like that kind of database because this is so cool looking and informative. He can barely understand what are the user details and product details, invoice details and stock like that. So now we can give our client to a satisfied ER diagram, ER model, and he will be satisfied then give us a job, give us a what? Give us a gig like 5. Yeah. So now I am importing this, I'm exporting this as a PNG and want to export on there. Now, if I show you the PNG, it is so cool looking. This is the ER diagram we designed. So much cool. Yeah. And this is the model. Model is not really important for customer or client. Model is for us. And this is for customer. We can show it to customer respectively. All right. Now we need to forward engineer that and make the table on database. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how I import data to this table. So I'm going to forward engineer that. this is the DDL. So you can see data definition language. I'm gonna copy to clipboard. It will be important for me for next few things. So yeah, I copy it, and next, yeah, forward engineer finished successfully. Now close it. Now we can close this. Save. Don't save it. And now I need to make the new note here. New note here, and copy my DDL and save it. I'm going to save it on there. Also do these steps clearly because they are all important. So you need to copy the DDL if you want. It is important for you, I think, in this question set, and export this PNG of your IR model, and also save your IR model just in case. All right, now I'm going to hide SQL. All right, now our, yeah, this is the database. We do that. Now you can see the tables here. Here you can see the tables: address, brand, city, gender, GRN, GRN item, invoice item, product, like that, stock, system, login, user type, like that. So now we are all good. Now we need to insert data into these tables. And oh, okay. I need to change this table name. I saw that immediately. So save it. Now if we have to synchronize this table, this thing is changing again. We need to change that again. So now it's all okay. Username, stock, and okay. Description, nice. Right. All right, now we good. Now I'm gonna close it. All right, I told you I'm showing you this question. This is the question, so you can see it. I'm giving you some seconds for that. All right, now you can see it. So now I'm going to wind up my video. So I did this video for a long time. I think like 1 hour. Yeah, I will catch you guys in my data inserting part. That means question set 34. Peace.